Okay, so let's talk about the issues that Pennsylvania's new system is having after they promised that we weren't going to be seeing any issues. I mean, obviously, it's a new system, right? So it's expected that we would see some issues, but I think this has gotten a little bit crazy, and I think that they should have been a little bit more clear about everything. So I was on Facebook today for a while on several of the Pennsylvania unemployment Facebook groups just to kind of see what issues people are having. So what I wanted to do is just kind of go over some of them, as well as where you can go to, like if you have an issue, where you can go to see if that issue is possibly specifically yours, or maybe it could be for a lot of people, and where to go to see if Pennsylvania is actually looking at or fixing the issue that you're seeing. So first thing I want to start off with is that Keystone ID. And what this is, so if you were unemployed prior to the pandemic, you would have been forced, it was a requirement, to register for Pennsylvania Career Link. And what this is a portal that you must register in the state of Pennsylvania in order for you to collect unemployment. But obviously with the pandemic, they kind of waived the requirement for a while. And starting in July, we'll have to, start to do the work search requirements again. But if you have a Career Link password, or username and password, even if it was from several years ago, sorry, there's so much I want to say. I'm already getting lost. Even if it was from several years ago, you want to use the same Keystone ID and password that you use for Career Link. You want to use the same one on the unemployment site. Now, I know that there are people that unfortunately years ago, they had a different email address, right? They don't have that information anymore. They don't have access to that email. Or people are trying to register for a brand new Keystone ID or register on the website, and they're not able to because they're getting a message saying that their SSN is already tied to an email address that they no longer have. So if you are in one of these crazy situations where you can't create a username and password, or maybe you already have one, but you're just having issues, bottom line, if you cannot log in, obviously contacting Pennsylvania Unemployment is impossible. What you can do is contact your local Career Link office, and even if they're not local, I'm sure you can probably contact any of them, I would imagine. So yeah, just kind of wanted to go over. So if you have any issues logging in, definitely contact your local Career Link office. But I wanted to make sure that everyone is clear that you use the same Keystone ID and password in Career Link. It's the same in that you would use for unemployment. And if you do try to create a Keystone ID and password on the unemployment site, you're having weird error messages. And, if you were in a situation where you know for a fact you've never registered before, then I recommend maybe give it a try on the Career Link site, because then maybe it will actually work. I don't know, just trying to troubleshoot different ways of trying to get you guys logged in. I wish they would have, prior to the rollout, I wish that they would have let people know that the user ID for Career Link would work for unemployment, and I wish that they would have forced people to create a Keystone ID and password prior to, the rollout of the new system, because, it's a shame that people have to waste time just by logging in. And I know that, supposedly if you don't certify by the end of the week, supposedly you're going to lose the week. However, if you are still having issues logging in, starting tomorrow, you are able to certify using PAT. So definitely give that a try. PAT is the where you call in and do your biweekly claim, or I guess weekly claim now. So yeah, definitely give that a try if you're not able to log in at all. So L&I provided an update today, and so 75,000 individuals successfully filed for 59 million. God, that's crazy, isn't it? 59 million of benefits the first day. Totaling, oh wait, I already said that. Filed for more than 141 claims. And of course, she goes on by saying that, you know, they did a great job and they experienced issues, fixed most of them. And I'll get into where you can go to check on the system issues and any issues that they're looking at fixing. But this was interesting. You know, because of the rollout, I was expecting, and I think it actually happened, you know, you get up, and I know for me, it's like the first thing you do is try to certify, right? So obviously there was a huge amount of, you know, I'm sure the system probably crashed at one point just because of all the volume. Probably not used to that. But the waiting room was briefly in effect in the morning. Briefly, probably a long time. But anyway, but as of 2:00 p.m., no wait times were reported, which I found that was kind of interesting. As anticipated, we experienced a surge of individuals visiting the new UC system immediately after its launch. The waiting room prevented the site from becoming overloaded and allowed individuals to continue filing without breaks, which is exactly what we wanted it to do. Okay, so L&I staff work overnight to fix the following issues. Now, Ben, I know you had experienced this. The default payment type for all users appeared to be set to debit due to data about payment preference not arriving from the Pennsylvania Treasury until after the first payment is made. Users will receive their payment through their previously selected method. Users now have the option to change their payment method for future payments. So what happened was, regardless of if you received your payment by debit card or by direct deposit, it was saying debit card for everyone. That has been fixed. Also, some individuals experienced issues with the new Keystone ID. L&I staffed overnight to implement system updates which resolved Keystone ID issues. And then they are expected to do another round of fixes. So again, if you want the access to this resource, definitely check here. Oh, okay, I didn't see this earlier, but I did see this in Facebook. Some PEUC claimants with existing claims are unable to file continuing weekly claims because the system is incorrectly marking their claim status as inactive. Mitigation efforts are underway on this issue. Interesting. Okay. All right, so if you want to file by phone, it used to be called PAT, but apparently they upgraded that too, and that is called IVR. Will come online Thursday as the next phase of the transition to the new UC system. So if you are having issues, like I said earlier, trying to create your Keystone ID or you can't log in for whatever reason, then you can definitely try to use the IVR system. And it seems as though that the only information you'll really need is to provide a PIN and your social security number. Okay, cool. So here, this is something I didn't read also. Okay, filing deadline. So the new UC system allows individuals to file anytime during the claim week, which starts 12 a.m. Sunday and ends midnight Saturday. So the system, we are able to file our biweekly claim 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Unlike the legacy system where, you know how you couldn't even file on Saturdays like at all. But just to know, individuals can also file for the current claim week during the next 8 weeks, which provides ample time to ensure all individuals are receiving the payments they are eligible to receive. So it's good that they're able to, they are at least giving people time to, you know, get set up and hopefully make a successful biweekly claim. So what I will also do is show you, I thought there, oh, here it is. So right here, and again, I'll put the resource in the description below, but here is a UC System Check Enhancement Tracker. And also, if you're on the unemployment page, you can actually go to this icon here that says System Check. And what this page is going to do, and they should have had this a year ago, to be honest with you, what this page is going to do is tell you the issues that UC knows about, and also tell you where they stand with the issue, as well as when it is fixed. So for example, the payment type issue, where I described where everyone was seeing that they were going to receive their payment by debit card, even if they had direct deposit set up, or at least they had direct deposit already set up and that's how they've been paying. So as you can see, there was an issue. The icon is green, which means that they fixed it. And the fix was the system will display the actual method of payment after a person's payment is processed. So, and then here are some other things that they are working on. Invalid password message. Users may receive an invalid password message when they attempt to log back into their account. That's not good. Okay. Okay, so attempt to log in. Okay, so server connectivity issue, and then this PEUC inactive claim issue. So if you are currently collecting PEUC in the state of Pennsylvania and you're not able to certify, this is why. So what I do recommend is, and if you guys want, I will definitely provide daily updates for a little bit. We could just go over stuff on this page, just to kind of remind people that this page is out there. Because it's like, oh yeah, you think, you know, this is a great page to save, and then you go to sleep, wake up the next day, and then you forget all about forget about the page, right? At least that's how my brain's been working. So yeah, at least the good news is if you are on PEUC in the state of Pennsylvania, and you do see your claim is inactive, they're working on a fix for that. But I'm wondering if you would be able to use the IFR system. I wonder if that would work for you. And just kind of a heads up, I know someone had commented, like, show us how to do all this stuff or whatever. My husband actually got a job a couple of weeks ago, so I can log into the unemployment site. I wanted to go through the pages of trying to at least see what the UI looks like, the user interface looks like. But I'm not able to because I was actually I wanted to do a full video on how to certify your claim, but I'm not able to. So sorry about that. Otherwise I would. So hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.